figure out what the key combo to abort is. Here's the downside. Actually, I should put abort on one of my... Ah. I have a number of buttons on here, and some of which I don't even use. So, what button is going to be good for abort? You know what? This one. Here's the downside. The settings menu doesn't allow you to edit the controls directly, so I'm going to have to quit the main menu. I'll abandon this mission and it'll be lost. Okay, hold up. We're going to break. We're going to have to quit the menu to edit the key binding. We're going to rebind one of the buttons on the flight stick that I have, which is a lovely HOTAS flight stick. And we're going to bind that to abort, so that rather than have to fiddle around with that little slidey thing, I have one button to press to immediately abort the mission. So quitting to main menu, you get to see a little bit of the back end. Mun or bust. That's going to be tomorrow and Sunday. We are going to do our Mun mission. I have been looking up more stuff on the Apollo 11 mission, on the mission profile. What did they do? What steps did they take? And our Mun mission is going to mirror that. I'm going to have so much fun with that. So, here's some weird things. Flight controls and vessel controls are different. Vessel controls are for wheels, that's for driving. So flight controls involve both hey, that's weird. Involve both rockets as well as planes. Emergency abort. There we go. I want that to be this button. Joystick 7. Which is also custom action number 3. That's not good. Clear that assignment. Accept. We're just going to use the alpha buttons for custom actions. Let's make sure we clear all assignments for these. Now, the brakes, landing gear, and lights I've set up correctly. This is going to be our abort. Throttle cutoff. That might be handy to have, but... Okay, that's good. We accept this. A little bit of the back end, or as my dance teacher would say, from the good side. Oh, that is quite the butt emote there, Fake Alex. I've been looking for a good emote to use. Something, since I now have multiple subs, amazingly. I need to get you an emote. Here's the problem. I have zero artistic capability. So I really need to figure out what and how we can do. I want to... On the one hand, something like a screaming Kerbal face would be nice. But on the other hand, I wanted something that's more generic to this channel, if you know what I mean. Something that just... intakes. Okay, good. Something that is more typical of this channel rather than the game that we play. So Fubbit suggesting something like tea and crumpets, but I have no idea. I checked. 28 by 28 pixels is the size of your emote. I think it's pure wizardry how people manage to make pictures that are 28 by 28, you know, in size and look like something. It is wizardry as far as I'm concerned. Okay, we know this one's gonna fail. That's okay. I want to find out. See that bump? I want to find out how well my emergency brake is gonna work. See, at 120 kilometers a second, we should have been getting up off the ground. 150, definitely. Oh, we actually got off the ground. But this thing... Okay, we're loading up. This thing doesn't have the control to go up for some reason. Now here's my problem with this cockpit. It has the crew hatch on the side. The other one had the crew hatch on the top. So I like the profile, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to recover this vessel, we're going to adjust it. And we still need to figure out, why does it not have the control authority it needs to move up? Something very strange happening. It looks like it's going to... Uh-oh, the game crashed. Ah, well, that's what you get for having weird memory leak things. There we go. So, now you're finally seeing the time it takes for the mods to load. That's a mod. Everything that's a squad at the start is original Kerbal. But this is texture replacer. Wait, is this the wrong? No. Umbra Space Industries. Okay, yeah, that's another mod. Vanguard Technologies, Deorbital, Squad, Umbra. So Vanguard, a lot of these switch between different mods. Not strictly 20 by 20. If you press Control plus, it scales the chat, and you can see the many modes use much more real estate and are resampled locally. Oh yeah, from what I understand, you can get, what's the plural? 120 something of size, so you can get more bits in there. So it's not indeed not actual 28 by 28 pixels, but still, to me, it's amazing how you can get a picture that big. But then how people can make things that even when you scale them down, that you can still distinguish enough detail. Because if I take, like, what we tried is to take a picture, a photo of somebody, like the Huthor thing that we have. I know that it's Huthor, but it's not as sharp at that size. Yeah, that's the one. I don't know, that kind of artistry has always been more like wizardry to me. As I said, I don't know anything about design. Mostly poor lighting. Well, we should probably up the contrast to that. No, it does look like Uthor, yeah. I mean, it is a photo of him. If it didn't look like him, it'd be weird. Imagine that. Every time somebody takes a photo of you, it doesn't look like you. Or you wake up and, you know, you see yourself in the mirror. That's okay, and people recognize you as you. You feel like you live your own life. But when you look at photos, it's just, it misrepresents you in some weird and twisted way. There's a start to a campaign in there. Wait, that's the wrong one, isn't it? Jet 1A? No, wait, that is the right one. Okay. Oh yes, we were going to redesign this. That's what I was going to be doing. So, we get this off. I tend to prefer to take things off and put them back on rather than completely redesign, because I want to make sure I have the same things. So, we put this on there. Now the hatch is at the top. Put the escape module there. We'll put the landing gear like that, because that means it'll work real well. Now either we can put a circular intake on this as we had before, and then maybe remove these, or we can put a nose cone on it and have it be like a stub nose jet like that. The other problem is, here's a weird thing. Normally, without Ferrum, there was an arrow here that said this is where your lift is going. I don't get any lift. Oh my god, is Ferrum Aerospace broken? Does it not work with 1.3? Is that why I've been having this much trouble? Does Ferrum Aerospace just not work with 1.3? That is the case, I'm gonna be so upset. Let's test. Dracula? Pixel art is its own craft with its own techniques? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what makes me really respect people who can make a solid emote. Quick save, right? I think we quick saved. Okay, look at the massive overlift we have there right now. The control authority on this is insane. He died anyway. Let's hold that last quick save. It did take off though. It did manage to take off there for a moment. Let's try that one more time. Wait, Jedvin's in this? This is not the... Oh! Okay. We didn't quick save just now. It starts getting freaky. Doesn't want to take off. And it freaks out. So, let's try the solution with the canards again, because I do think it took off. And that at least will help me confirm that the lift surfaces work, because if that is just pure broken, then we need to uninstall Ferrum. Load up our Jet 1A, please. That was this thing. Jetvin is in there. Save that baby. Launch it. My god, if all this time it turns out that Ferrum just doesn't work with 1.3, because here's the weird thing, the standard mod thing says that it might not work with 1.3, or at least it works, but they're doing some debugging. But if I checked CCAN, it just listed Ferrum as a working component. Oh god! Oh! So it does lift up. It just becomes incredibly unstable. Feel like you were doing okay with that intake up front? Yeah, so did I. So I'm thinking that that might be what we should get back to. Okay, we can actually get airborne. So that means lift and wing surfaces work. They are a thing. Now this plane has way too much control. It is unstable, overly maneuverable. But lift surfaces, we have it confirmed here, work. So it's not that, it's just that I suck, apparently. Oh god! Oh, you could see the flight status there. Now I wonder what happens if I turn this one off. Can I just turn these off? Oh god, nope, 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 nope. Cannot turn them off, cannot turn them off. That is not a good idea. That is not a good idea at all. High dynamic pressure. That's the visual effects that we're seeing here. However, we get the most stability if we get our angle of attack at about 5, if you remember from the earlier stats. You don't know which revision it was? Yeah. Yeah, maybe reducing them might be a good idea. Let's see if we can get them to... Don't want them involved in yaw or roll. I just want these involved in pitch. So how does this thing deal with... There we go. See that wobbling? That is the higher angle of attack that we have, I think. No, that's just a high dynamic pressure that causes it to wobble. What if we turn the SAS off? There we go, because the SAS is okay, but also sometimes doesn't know what to do. So it'll try to overcorrect up and down constantly. And let's see about toggling the mode. Afterburner mode. This thing... Oh, there we go. See, now we're doing more than Mach 1. We're getting a little bit of odd wobble. What happens if we turn on the SAS? It does stabilize it. Oh, there we go, there we go. That's... There we go, turning SAS off. That is the SAS trying to overcorrect constantly. So it helps maybe if we turn on precision controls. Nope, 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 nope. The SAS still freaks out. And now we get this weird listing because we are definitely going faster than this thing was designed to go. I'm highly surprised that we're getting up to this speed, though. I mean, this is the target that we are wanting to get to. And we could get there now in 18 minutes as compared to the 40 minutes we do before, except that at these speeds the craft becomes nigh on unflyable. Okay. Other test I want to do right now is, now that we have this at least going, I want to test the abort right now. Jetfin lost consciousness. I get that because of high aero forces. He regained consciousness. Deploys his chute. And that plane is already... How far away is that thing? 13 kilometers? 14, 15, 16, 17? Did we not have the toggle jet thing for that plane? Because I feel like we now made something along the lines of a ballistic missile. I love how he loses consciousness, though, because of the G-forces. So that flaps open. He slows down quite a lot. But lives. So, we have a reasonable way... We have a reasonable way to do emergency escapes. Let's recover this thing. And I think Alex was right, where that intake up front did well. I think we should stick to that. What I should also stick to is very carefully check the timing of dinner. There we go. They sent a mail saying that it would be at 6, which means yeah, okay, I don't have too long. We can try this once, maybe twice more. So let's change something. We'll remove these from the back. I don't like them. And we'll add a circular intake at the front, because I agree with Alex. We were doing pretty well with that. Now, if we add these canards, we could have them apply to pitch only, maybe for 35%. Let's adjust and check again, just to see if this in essence works. I'm still very confused as to why the elevons don't do their job that much. Maybe we should check descriptions, maybe there's other parts that work better. Let's see though. But now it only works for pitching up. Oh, oh god, there was that little weird bump in the geometry. We didn't quick save at the start of that one. Fortunately, we quick saved at the start of the last one, but the jet brake thingy, yes, thank you for reminding me there. We will recover. God, this is the weirdest thing. This is the most difficult thing to get done. Oh, that's clicking a little bit too much. I was hoping to get this figured out, to be able to understand the aerodynamics today. Because it seems like this is a very good and interesting thing to do. To have this type of proper aerodynamics. Ah, there we go. Deploy chutes, ejection module, and of course shut down. Shut down the engine, deploy the chutes, and eject the Kerbal. Also, don't gimbal. Don't adjust with the jet. Oh, that's cool. Fuel request overlay. Let's save. Check here, we have the elevons. No other surfaces, no other control surfaces that I can see. But still no idea why lifting off is so difficult. What exactly is a flap and what is a spoiler? What is the difference between them? Control deflection. Maybe we need more control deflection. Maybe attack. Okay, we don't need this involved in yaw at all. We don't need this involved in rolling or pitching. Let's try again. It's almost as if achieving power flight's quite tricky. I know, right? I mean, people figured it out real early. You have all the stories of the Romans and their jet-powered engines. I mean, if the Romans could, whoa. Okay. Why do I go to the left? Because that thing is active. How about you don't involve yourself in yaw, buddy? You're still doing something. Oh. The problem with this is that the this helps explain something. The problem with this is that the joystick that I use, as I said earlier, there's flight controls, and they go for rockets as well as planes. So you can either have your joystick work well for rockets or have it work well for planes, but not both. And that makes it kind of tricky to fly. Since I normally fly rockets most, I have a set for rockets. This is strange, though. Yeah, I did forget that save there actually earlier. Seems like like yaw might be relevant. Yeah, it should be. Let's see. Why did it want to move? I think we need to move the wings forward a little bit. To move the center of lift closer to the center of mass, and to move the mass, to move the wheels closer to that mass. To see, hopefully that makes it less sensitive. Yeah, yaw, from what I understand, yaw is actually not used to steer airplanes that much. Not as much as you might think. Okay, we're keeping the SAS off. Gonna see if it gets more stable now that I've moved away. There we go. See that? There's that little bump in the runway. Oh! That was a weird little jolt. We'll take it. We'll take it. I'm having... I think some of the mods are just having some issues because those little bumps that you get, those aren't frame drops. Those are in the game for me. Okay, try to be gentle. Maybe I should install that memgraph mod and see what's going on, but it might just be that there's just a mod too many. Okay, it doesn't fly super well, but it does its job. Think of yaw as a helicopter thing? Exactly, yeah. Okay, here you can see the SAS. Do you see that? It is on and off, on and off, on and off. It constantly wants to do little adjustments. So I'm thinking that maybe we need to adjust these to be around 30 as well, possibly. Excuse me, don't kill me, thank you. And these we also adjust to be around 35. And that one, I think the problem is it tries to whoa. Okay, SAS off. I think our control surfaces are too sensitive. They overcompensate massively. We might also just need to slow down. To get this thing back under control. There we go, high dynamic pressure. So that is something we can check